me now in giving a warm welcome to the 46th Governor of the State of Arkansas, the Honorable Asa Hutchinson.
Thank you. Thank you, Wayne, for the introduction. More importantly, for your leadership in the Right to Life movement. Thank you to Rose Mims for your consistent and faithful dedication to the task. Sharice, what a terrific music that you treated us to, and your heart was demonstrated in that. Most importantly, I want to thank each of you for being here and encouraging each of these elected officials today. Thank you for what you've done. As Wayne mentioned, 5 days ago, I was sworn in as the 46th Governor of Arkansas. And what is most significant is that this is a larger crowd than I had on Inauguration Day, and that's okay. And I can't think of a more important start than as governor to express my support for the issues of life, pro-life, than to be here today to express unity with you in this effort. "28 years ago, I want you all to hear that again. 28 years ago, I attended my first Right to Life rally on the steps of this very spot. I spoke on the importance of protecting innocent life. I was present as a newcomer to politics. I was a novice, so I did not know that a serious candidate was not supposed to attend such a controversial type rally. At that moment, 28 years ago, there were no other statewide candidates present. There certainly were not any other statewide office holders present. There were no congressmen, there was no governor, there was no U.S. senator, and only a smattering of elected officials 28 years ago. Today, it is different. We have our congressmen here. We have our state officials, and by the way, the first time I understand that a sitting attorney general has attended this rally. We have members of the legislature and our U.S. senators. Ladies and gentlemen, times have changed, not just in Arkansas, but across this nation, and they have changed because of your efforts, your consistent efforts every year in being here and holding up the flag and saying you're pro-life and saying Roe versus Wade needs to be reversed. The credit goes to you. You have made a difference in the political debate, and you are on the right side and the winning side of the issues of life. You have changed public attitudes, as Senator Cotton has said. You have witnessed the improvements of science and technology in the saving of lives, and your constant advocacy for the unborn has made a difference in our country. And while I am honored to speak here today, I yearn for the day when speeches like this and marches like this are no longer necessary. And I pray for the day when the sanctity of life, all life, isn't up for debate, but that the courts reverse the Supreme Court decision that brought us to this point, and that we allow the states once again to protect innocent life. We are here today because the right to life is the most basic human right of all. Without the right to life, no other rights have any meaning. Whether you're speaking of the right to assemble, whether the right to religion or the freedom of speech, it begins with the right to life. Today we have members of the Arkansas General Assembly here. They have done good work for you in the 2013 legislative session, passing a number of pro-life bills. And this year, as again in 2015, there will be additional pro-life legislation that is expected. I want to compliment Senator Missy Irvin and Representative Julie Mayberry, who have co-sponsored in their respective houses legislation that would prohibit telemedicine to be used for the administration of drugs or chemicals for abortion purposes. And as governor, let me tell you, I support telemedicine, but this is not the right application, and it should be prohibited. As governor, I will sign those bills. Ladies and gentlemen, I happen to be a fan of Ronald Reagan. And he wrote a little-known book while president. It was called Abortion and the Conscience of the Nation. It is the only book written on the issue of abortion by a sitting U.S. president. And in that book, he talked about how abortion impacts two lives, the life of the mother and the life of the unborn child. And while President Reagan was right, we're actually talking about many lives. After all, who knows how many lives that unborn child would touch, would change, would improve? And why would we as a society ever want to take the chance of missing out on the talents and the intellect of any unique individual? That unborn child may cure cancer or Alzheimer's disease. That unborn child may inspire us all through the arts. That unborn child may lead this nation one day. And yet that unborn child may simply love us. And that is more than enough. A couple of years ago, just seconds before she was born, a little girl named Nevaeh reached out while she was still in the womb and grabbed a doctor's finger. Her father snapped a photograph. The doctor, who had done countless deliveries, had never seen this before. The photograph went viral. I think that child was trying to tell us something. That child was telling us, I'm here. I live. The photograph calls to mind a photo from 1999 that first appeared in USA Today. During a surgery to correct spina bifida, a 21-week-old baby appears to be grasping a doctor's finger. It may be the earliest recorded moment of human interaction. The photographer claims that the child grabbed the finger. The doctor said the hand came out and he was simply putting it back in. But whether the child reached out or not is beside the point. The point is simple. When it comes to the unborn child, if there is any doubt at all, give life the benefit of the doubt. By the way, that child, precocious 21-week-old, received the benefit of the doubt. And again, to reference President Reagan from his book, if you don't know whether a body is alive or dead, you would never bury it. I think this consideration itself should be enough for all of us to insist on protecting the unborn. Finally, I want to talk about our responsibility to provide alternatives in terms of adoption services, pregnancy counseling, and foster care programs in this state. And I want to applaud the nonprofit organizations and the faith-based organizations in our state that not only help to protect the unborn, but also help to minister to young ladies, help to protect those who are living, protect our children from abuse, and those are the organizations that we need to support and recognize that the state government cannot do it all. I do want to applaud today our Department of Human Service workers who are engaged in child protective services. They're underpaid, they are overworked, They do a good job every day of protecting our children, and they need to be applauded. And their partnership with the faith-based and nonprofit organizations will help to protect our children in the future. I am here today joined with the other elected officials and those that are working for protecting the unborn to salute you, those who are in the streets, those who are in our communities, working to make sure the pro-life message is out, is vibrant, and remains active so that we can change the law and make sure that we are going in the right course in America. I applaud you. I salute you. God bless America. God bless our country. Thank you very much.